Farm Radio International is at Azi. Azi is a small locality in Lebialem community. What brought us to Lebialem is the intonation of the new Royal Highness of the territory, who was Senator, the President of the Southwest Chiefs, and also a senior political member of the Central Committee, that is the governing party in Cameroon, CPDM. So on arrival, we realized there were quite a good number of development activities taking place, and we said we should take him as guests of Farm Radio Bazaar. And Pa Otto is one-time mayor, one-time teacher, one-time community health worker, and he has traveled a lot throughout Cameroon, and before coming to settle here, he was involved in quite a good number of things. He will tell you something about himself. Mr. Pa Otto, can you just give a description, if they say, who is Pa Otto?
Yeah, thank you very much for this brief interview. In fact, I started my life as a pupil teacher in Akwaya, Berlin Mesaka Ecole, where I taught for 4 years and was transferred to Bangwa NA school then.
And maybe we should explain that Akwaya is one of the villages very close to Nigeria, and it's about some 2,500 kilometers from where we are standing today.
Good. Thank you very much for that correction. In fact, I had worked with the teaching field as a teacher for some time. Later on joined the medical corps and worked as Chief of Bureau of Health in Fontaine. And after that I went on retirement, and during my period of retirement I thought it necessary for me to do a piggery farm so that it will occupy me and give me some little bit of resources. So fortunately I started this project in 2012 and bought a pig which has been with me since from 2012 up to now. It has produced 3 times. The first time it produced 9, the second time it produced 13. Now with this presently it produced 15, and 5 died. Before its production, 4 died right in the womb, in its womb. So it was, I was told that it was because I kept feeding it up to the time of its delivery. So I didn't know that when it is at least 2 weeks to its delivery date, you reduce its feed. It had some compression because I kept feeding it as usual. So the 4 piglets died before they were delivered. 1 died again after. So the 9 survivors. So I would advise that whenever any person trying to do piggery farm, they are very delicate animals to rear. You need to take a lot of care on them. You wash them, you feed them very well. So when it gets to its delivery period, 2 weeks to its delivery time, give it only half of its meal so that it may deliver safely without any problem.
We had some of your colleagues around Minji area. They got several piglets like this, and the piglets, incidentally, they were delivered, but they refused to feed, to suckle their mother. What do you think would have been the cause?
Their mother had a problem, and they could have contacted a veterinary officer so that it is injected some drugs to enable it produce its breast.
Okay. And you realize that some of the pigs you have here were not eating. So how did you solve the problem?
Yesterday, when I realized that they were not eating,
when you came to give them the feed?
When I came to give them the feed, I noticed that they didn't eat all that what they used to eat. So I had to give them some antibiotics. Tetracycline, 100 mils.
Wow. Okay. Which are some of the real problems of breeders in this area? Because you see, it looks as if breeding, you are doing breeding, it's a risky activity, and not every person is interested, though it makes a lot of money. What are some of the key problems that you have?
The key problems that most people have here is lack of time. They don't concentrate. Secondly, you need to be a bit financially apt.
Yes.
Because they need feed, and the bag of feed here is 7,000 francs non-diluted. Okay. When you dilute it with, mix it with soybeans, concentrate, cotton, and the rest of the thing, it gets up to about 15,000 francs. So at times it is due to poverty.
Okay. Apart from piggery, what are the other animals that people are interested in?
Many people are interested in rearing goats.
Goats.
But the problem is you need to concentrate with them. You only hang them because when they go out of your
vicinity, they create problems.
They create problems, eat animals, and yeah. So you need to be very, very careful before you rear goats.
Okay. That's very good. And the agri-technicians and the livestock technicians, do they give you the necessary assistance?
Oh, when you invite them, you have to invite them. At least give them some small compensation.
Yeah, token for their
displacements before they give you some advice.
Yes. Okay. We are going to register you to Farm Radio International so that you can receive some of the technical education material for doing some of the work that you are doing here. Thanks for giving us
Thank you very much for this very fine advice. Thanks a lot. I will be very, very, very happy if that is done.
Good.
How often do you vaccinate your pigs and the piggery?
It is when they are delivered.
Yeah.
After 3 days, you give them iron. Then you repeat the iron after 1 week. That ends it. When you notice any abnormality, can you invite a technician, or you yourself, if you have studied well, you may give them the necessary treatment. If you only notice any abnormality, you don't treat them anyhow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
They're very responsive.
Lebialem pot.
Bufa Azi-Lebang. No, but that is good. And control that.
I know the edge as you would said, I will be happy they won't know you better.
Stop it now.
That them out.
Then you man look at internet and share link and they can use it to raise medicaments and other things for you.
That's right.
Because they don't give aid without seeing what the effort you see other person is doing.
Oh, I'm one more come to Mandame. As a mobile as a woman.